I need to start this video with a disclaimer. Episodes 5 and 6 of House of the Dragon will do something to your spirit because, baby, the cast changes, the time jumps, people start crashing out emotionally. Just when you think you got your footing, this show snatches it away like dragons stealing groceries. I'm Michelle, this is Leopard Shoe Entertainment, and we need to talk about what just happened in Westeros. So what had happened was, Episode 5 was called We Light the Way. We open with wedding preparations for Rhaenyra and Laena Velaryon. Big royal event. Everybody's invited. What could go wrong? Everything. Everything could go wrong. Come on, we're in Westeros. Now, let's remember how we got here. Viserys wanted to fix a political problem. He already slighted the Velaryons when he passed on marrying Laena. Remember? She was literally a child. A freaking baby. So now he's trying to repair the alliance by marrying Rhaenyra to Laenor. Okay, very royal, very political. Let's clean up this mess, right? By clean up this mess, we mean create a new one. Here's the thing. Rhaenyra and Laenor actually had a grown folks conversation, child. Okay? They knew what this was. They knew the assignment. They basically said, we gotta do this marriage thing. We gotta produce heirs. We gotta keep the realm calm. But let's not ruin each other's lives. And honestly, for Westeros, this is emotional maturity. Because Laenor, baby, Laenor don't like fish. He prefers sausage, okay? So they tried. They really tried. But Rhaenyra still needed heirs. And when the royal kitchen ain't serving what you need, sometimes you gotta find a side piece, side plate, something on the side, okay? We'll come back to that. Now, first of all, Viserys finally fires Otto. And baby, we 5 episodes late, but praise the 7. He did it. Otto been in everybody's business since episode 1. And that man wake up every morning thinking, how can I destabilize the realm today? And on his way out the door, instead of peace, instead of healing, instead of accountability, he gives Alicent more paranoia. He says, Rhaenyra gonna kill your kids. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Sir, go find a hobby. Go knit, go do some gardening, go birdwatch, do anything. Meanwhile, we at Rhaenyra's wedding. Alicent makes an entrance late in green, stunting on their ass. And baby, girl, that was not a fashion statement. That was, I'm about to be a problem, okay? Because House Hightower lights its towers green when they call for war. So Alicent basically walked in the wedding and said, just so y'all know, I'm outside now, bitch. I'm outside. And she did that shit on purpose because by this point, Alicent is done. She realized Rhaenyra lied to her. She realized Rhaenyra was outside living her best life while she was stuck with Rhaenyra crusty ass, just getting pumped full of kids, playing queen mother in the castle. So that dress, it was not just fabric. It was resentment with a train on it. That was, I've suffered, so everybody about to get uncomfortable. She's giving church mother era. Now, meanwhile, Christian Cole, can't stand him. Remember I told y'all to watch him? I told you. Christian out here acting like he all heartbroken, guilty. He got shame. He emotionally repressed, all mixed up into one pot. And child, he starts to unravel quick. The feast descends into complete chaos. Punches thrown, people screaming, tables flipping, and somebody wind up dead. Child, low key, how we got away with that? Keep your eye on this. I don't know how he got away with that. But anyway, technically, Rhaenyra and Laenor, they do get married, but ain't nothing about that wedding was joyful. So basically, congratulations on your drama. Episode 6 is The Princess and the Queen. And baby, then the show says, surprise, 10 years later, we got a new Rhaenyra, new Alicent, new everybody, except them old ass men. I'm looking at you, Christian Cole. I'm looking at you. Anyway, I know people get emotional about recast, but honestly, give it 5 minutes because the recast actually makes sense emotionally. 10 years later, and everybody looks tired. Rhaenyra got 3 kids now, and the court has questions. When you see them kids, the court got questions. Them babies look nothing like Laenor. Maury, he is not the father at all. And everybody knows it. Rhaenyra know it. Laenor knows it. Viserys knows it. The kids even know it. The walls know it, child. Because the biggest secret is Laenor is gay. They knew that. So Rhaenyra still needed to produce heirs. So they tried. But Laenor was not bringing what needed to be brought, okay? And so Rhaenyra found herself a little spooky on the side. Hello, Harwin Strong. And them babies, ooh, girl, them kids came out looking like copy paste. Okay, same face, same hair, same everything. Them was some strong boys, okay? Strong by name, strong by bone structure. And let me just say, Harwin could break my bones any day. That dude was fine, okay? Anyways, Viserys is over there like, if we all ignore it hard enough, maybe it'll disappear. Sir. What is wrong with you? I mean, I knew you was falling apart, but sir, what the hell? That's not how genetics work. Anyway, Alicent now got Aegon, Helena, Aemon, and some other baby child. We didn't even know until later. But just put a pin in that. And girl, that woman is stressed. You can actually see 10 years of anxiety on her face, okay? Because Alicent has now fully entered her church mother era. She is the grievance committee, the morality police, girl. And the I suffer, so everybody gotta suffer too. And the tension between her and Rhaenyra, ooh, is ice, baby. Too cold, girl. It's giving Cold War. It's giving polite on the outside, but nuclear war on the inside. And then, meanwhile, David been at Pentos. He's living his best chaotic expat life over in Pentos. He is married to Laena Velaryon. I don't know, somehow they hooked up at the wedding. He got 2 kids and another baby on the way. Daemon finally got dragons, freedom, money, a beautiful wife, and basically a city offering him a kingdom because the folks at Pentos basically said, hey, if you stay here and protect us with your dragons, you can call this yours. You could have this, my man. This could all be yours. Y'all know Daemon be fiending for some power. He been fiending for power since episode 1. Meanwhile, Viserys crusty ass over there on the throne, slowly turning into the Crypt Keeper because, oh my God, child, that Iron Throne is whooping his ass. He is slowly disintegrating. This man has been disintegrating, and now Laena is going into labor. Here's where the show does something very intentional. Remember what happened to Aemma? Remember Viserys' wife? Remember Viserys made the decision for her? But Laena overheard the doctors talking to Daemon saying, hey, look, something ain't right and we can't get the baby out. Laena heard that. And what Laena said was, what y'all not finna do is cut me open. She's like, absolutely not. That woman rides Vhagar, the biggest dragon in the world. And she said, look, I would rather go out on my own terms. And baby, she walked herself outside, looked at Vhagar dead in the face and said, Dracarys, bitch. I mean, even Vhagar looked confused. Vhagar was like, what? Girl, what? That scene was so heartbreaking, and Daemon had to stand there and watch. Now fast forward, because this matters later. After Laena dies, Vhagar no longer has a rider. And baby, remember Aemon? Okay, that little emotionally neglected gremlin, all Alicent kids, child, whatever. But anyway, we focusing on Aemon because he was desperate for a dragon. The other kids kept roasting him, bullying him, humiliating him. So he saw an opportunity and he took it. That little boy snuck out in the middle of the night and claimed the biggest dragon alive, which honestly is iconic behavior. Dangerous, but iconic. And that's what leads to the fight. Emotions are high, kids are fighting, dragons are involved, and there's trauma everywhere. And Aemon ends up losing an eye. And baby, oh my goodness, that eye loss, that moment, that is the moment the next generation officially breaks. Now there's the pig incident. That little boy internalized every little bit of that. What started as kids being messy turns into accusations, into screaming, legitimacy drama, somebody losing an eye, and more emotional damage for everybody involved. Because that's what happened when adults trauma dump into their kids. The kids don't even know why they're fighting. They just know that there is inherent beef. Alicent and Rhaenyra has been carrying this pain, all this resentment, all this fear, and now it shows up through their kids. And Aemon lost the eye behind it. This is generational trauma with a dragon budget. And Viserys, sweet, ineffective Viserys, that man is trying to hold his family together with sheer delusion. Bless his little heart. Now let's really talk about it, because the recast wasn't just the casting, it was the story. See, young Rhaenyra still believed maybe things could work out. Maybe people would honor the oath. Maybe she could still be free. Older Rhaenyra, that woman has seen some things. 10 years of political pressure, whispers, motherhood, scrutiny, side-eye, and fighting for legitimacy. That changed her. And Alicent too, because young Alicent was anxious and manipulated, but older Alicent, raw, calculated, controlled. She was righteous and resentful. She being very pious, but no. And that makes the show tragic, because these women were not natural enemies. They got pushed into opposition by their fathers, by politics, by fear, by patriarchy, by silence, and by a system that's built to pit women against each other. And here's the part that hits different. Alicent is angry because she did everything she was supposed to do. She married the king. She had the babies. She played her role. That bitch played her role. She sat in the castle. She wore the long skirts. She kept her knees together. She followed the rules, and she was miserable. Meanwhile, your girl Rhaenyra is over there breaking all the rules. She makes arrangements. She finds side pieces. Oh, and still was being the heir, right? So Alicent was looking at her like, wait a minute, I suffered. Why are you still free? And that right there, that is the resentment. That is the crack. That is why that green dress mattered. That is the moment that Alicent said, you know what? I'm done being quiet, without saying a word. That woman walked in there glowing green like, let the games begin. And the games have absolutely begun. Here's another theme running beneath all of this: agency. Look at the women of the story. Aemma never got a choice. Viserys made the decision for her. Alicent gave up her freedom, trying to survive politically. Rhaenyra keeps fighting for control of her life, even when the entire realm keeps trying to manage her body, her marriage, her future. Then there's Laena. Laena said, what y'all not gonna do is make decisions for me. And whether you agree with her choice or not, that moment matters, because she chose. That woman walked into Dragonfire on her own terms, and honestly, that's part of what makes House of the Dragon so tragic. Almost every woman in the story is fighting for some version of agency inside a system designed to take it away from them. And now the children, they're inheriting the consequences of all those choices. The adults done downloaded all their trauma directly into the next generation, because now Alicent's children are growing up paranoid. Rhaenyra's children growing up scrutinized. Aemon is growing up bitter. Aegon is growing up entitled. Jace and Luke are growing up under constant suspicion, and everybody is inheriting emotional damage. That is the real tragedy of House of the Dragon. Everyone thinks they're protecting the kids, but really they're transferring their pain. Okay, who you with? Are we team black or team green? Because baby, episodes 5 and 6 is where people start leaning in and starting to choose. Drop your team in the comments and tell me, did the recast throw you off, or did it adjust pretty quickly? Just tell me who you with, team black or team green? Y'all already know, team black all the way. Who needs therapy in Westeros? Them kids, the children. Please, every single one of them, the little babies. Oh my goodness, because them adults, trash. They passing down the generational trauma like family recipes. Our last question is, who annoyed me the most this episode? Y'all want to know? This fool right here, Christian Cole. I told y'all, watch him. Told y'all, he get on my nerves. Episodes 7 and 8 are next, and baby, oh, it gets heavier. I mean, more politics, more grief, more emotional damage. I feel so bad. I mean, it's just, oh, y'all, it gets more tragic. And there's a moment in episode 8, that will live rent-free in my head. Subscribe, because we are getting to the part where House of the Dragon is starting to really cook. I'm Michelle. This is Leopard Shoe Entertainment, and we'll see y'all in Westeros.